record. I have to balance on something because I have wobbly hands. Okay.
So, what's your name?
Tim Adams.
And you're the principal of what school?
Adams Martinez in Las Vegas.
How long have you been principal of the school?
That's a trick question. I've been at this school for 1 year.
Okay.
But I was previously at Rex Bell Elementary School that was affiliated with After School All Stars for 6 years. So this is really my 7th year being affiliated with After School All Stars.
And how long has the program been in this school? Do you know?
I believe this is at this current school probably 10 years.
10 years.
At least 2 grant cycles and different things. So I think they've been a member for quite a while.
Mm-hmm. So a little bit of background about yourself. How did you get involved with education and like this profession altogether?
I was born and raised here in Las Vegas, and so I went to school here and went through all the programs here and went to college here as well. And so was a teacher for 7 years and taught in multiple different areas, and then had the opportunity to go into administration. My first administrative job was at a at-risk school where I taught at more of a higher SES school. And so at that point, kind of really, fell in love with the opportunity to work with kids who are had less advantages than others. And so at that point, decided I didn't want to do anything different besides work at schools with low SES, with kids that don't have everything that we may have been brought up with. And so then I spent 6 years at Rex Bell Elementary School with a high minority population, a low economic status, and had the program there for 10 years. And then was moved over here. Same type of students. I had many opportunities to either open a new school, go to a middle school, go to a more affluent school, and that would just never interest me. So here I sit 17 years afterwards.
And how do you think the program benefits the school?
It helps the child as a whole. We have students who don't get to go to karate or go to soccer or go to basketball or go to arts and crafts or go to anything like that outside of school, because they go home and they have to deal with the stresses of life that mom and dad can't feed them or can't get them clothes or anything like that. And so going home right after school is a big stress on them. And so being able to have an after school program to do things that normally other students who have more advantages get to do, it really helps them focus on academics more too, but it gives them opportunities they never would have had before in another school.
And then I guess more of like a personal question, or it could be related to work as well. What's a challenge that you yourself overcame that you're very proud of?
That I overcame?
Not to put you on the spot or anything.
A challenge that I overcame that I'm proud of? I don't know that I have, many challenges. I mean, I've been blessed in my life to had a good family, a good upbringing. I've got 5 great kids of my own, and so I think I've never really had any challenges that I've had to overcome. I mean, I've had to work hard to get where I am and do those things, but I think that's why I appreciate when I come and see the struggles that kids have more, that I don't have it. I mean, I might have it okay, but it could be much worse. I'm thankful for what I do have and things that I've experienced in life, but I'm assuming there's many challenges ahead for me as I got my own kids getting older and going to college, and so I've been blessed to along.
And I know you touched a little bit on this, but how do you think ASAS benefits these kids, students, maybe on a daily basis, but also like on a longer?
It gives them hope. I mean, I've had students that had been in my office multiple times and endless times, or wouldn't come to school, and the fact that we could get them into the program, into something that interests them, it started to motivate them and cultivate an appreciation for school. And even last week I got an email from a former student who was in my office all the time, and he's over at the middle school now, and he's AB honor roll doing an after school program, and he's thankful that he had that opportunity. So it helps them become motivated and really start appreciating school, and it carries over into the classroom.
And then would you recommend this after school All Stars program for other schools, and if yes, why?
Every principal I talk to who doesn't have it, I try and have them call you guys to get them in, because I've been at schools without it, but the schools that I've been at that didn't have it had other ways through PTAs and through supports to fund similar things. But schools in low economic areas and with parents that can't afford things, this is essential. you have to have it, and it really helps with kids.
And then, I guess lastly, do you have any stories, student stories that stand out to you?
Well, absolutely. We had one a few years ago. Oh, I can't remember his name. Demetrius. He would never come to school, and when he came to school, he'd wear a hat down, and he was just very ashamed. And we really brought him into the program. He got his attendance coming back to school, and he started coming more often. And we took him on some field trips. I think we took him to like the Cordon Bleu, and it changed his countenance. He started coming without the hat. He started coming to school more often. He was happy. And then we moved him on to middle school, and he continued in the program there. And then, like the one I said earlier, Jeffrey, who was always in trouble, and just nonstop from, second grade. And but he was in the program, and he came and he participated. He never really got in trouble in the program, though. Because once he was there, he was happy, he was motivated, he was excited to do those things. And then we moved him to sixth grade this year, and like I said last week, we got an email saying how wonderful he's doing. He's an AB student, and he's just excelling in the after-school program as well as the regular school day. And so it's good to see those rewarding stories. And there are so many others of kids that I go on the website or go on the local website and see kids, former students at different events and media all-stars or whatever they're doing. It's something that these students would never have the opportunity to do if it wasn't for After School All-Stars.
And different from the Boys and Girls Club or other after-school programs where children have to go to or to a different, why do you think it's beneficial for the program to be in the schools and incorporated with the schools? After School
All-Stars, it's a structured, it has a purpose. I don't think nothing against Boys and Girls Club, but it's a babysitting. It's just, here's a big open wide gym and you can color here, you can do that. This is structured, it's meaningful, it's identified to the needs of the students and the kids. I mean, we play soccer here because our kids like soccer. We do cooking because they want cooking. We're not doing lacrosse or something like that that's not going to interest kids. So it's more of a structured, meaningful program versus something else.
Perfect.
All right.
That's all.
I should have told them